Hey, it's Vanessa, the Crafty Gemini. I post weekly how-to video tutorials right here on YouTube, and in this video I'm kicking off a brand new sew-along series for this cute Peplum cardigan. In this video series, I'm going to cover a lot of information, including what pattern you'll need for this project, some fabric suggestions and choices, how much fabric you'll need. We'll talk a little bit about sizing, how to lay out our pattern pieces correctly on our fabric, cutting the pieces out, and then obviously how to sew it up. Now this cardigan does have sleeves, but don't worry, I'm going to show you a real easy way to put the sleeves in. Also how to create the peplum, attach it to the bodice, and then one of the trickier parts is hemming a peplum or a circle skirt like this. And I'm going to share with you some tips on that. So let's get started with the first video.
So the pattern we're working with is McCall's 6844, so M6844. I'll include a link in the description box below on where you can find this pattern so you can follow along in this sew along and create one of these super cute peplum cardigans that we're going to be making. This one is just like a regular cardigan. View D, okay, this is A, then let's go to B. This is the same one, just like a plain cardigan, except it's longer, so it goes down past your hips, right? And then we have view C, which is the one that we're gonna be working on. This is, you can see the length, and it has a peplum short on the front and longer in the back. And then view D is the longer version of this. So Y, which is this one here, that's the size Y is going to be sizes extra small, small, and medium, which is the one I have here. And then if you find size ZZ, you can see that's large, extra large, and double XL. Now just to give you an idea, if you've never made a garment from a commercial pattern before, these sizes are not the same sizes that you buy like ready-to-wear clothes in the store. So to give you an example, I'm gonna be making the medium. It says it's size 12 to 14, and in ready-to-wear, like if I went to the department store and bought some clothes, I wear a size 8, which is a medium, right? So it's giving me size 12 to 14. Don't worry about the size there. All we're looking to do is create garments that fit us nicely. That way they will be flattering on our body type, right? So here's another chart on the back of the pattern envelope, and this is really important. If you're really working on a garment that's really nice and fitted and you want it to be perfect to your measurements, you are going to have to look at this so you can make sure that you choose the size that the commercial pattern is giving you that's the closest to your actual body size, right? So we'll see here the measurement at the bust line for all the views. I'm going to come down, and these numbers, you see how they're in columns? This still corresponds all the way up here to what size you're doing. So if you're large, this column kind of goes all the way down this way. So I'm in the medium, so I'm going to be looking all the way down here. The measurement at the bust line is about 36.5, and that's fine because my bust is 36, so that'll fit me fine. It's a little bit bigger, which is fine for a cardigan. The measurement at the hip line is 40 inches, and that's what my hip measurement is, 40, so that's fine for me. And then you have the back length from the base of your neck to where the end of the cardigan is. So we're doing view C, and then it tells you that measurement. So I don't really care about that, the length is fine. So looking at these measurements right off the bat, it's telling me that when the garment is completed, these are the measurements. I still think it runs a little bit bigger than this, but at least you can see match up whichever one of these matches the closest to your measurement. And if your measurements don't fit into one of these categories right here into the numbers they have, go with the biggest one. Definitely at your hip is going to be the widest point, so you want to make sure that you at least match that one. After you make one, you'll be able to go back and make adjustments and see if you want to make it fit you a little bit better for the next one that you make. And back here on the back side of the pattern, you can see a better view of the 4 different views of the cardigans that you can make out of this pattern. The one that we're going to be making is this one. Now let's keep reading back here. It's telling us we need fusible interfacing for views A, B, C, and D. So if you're going to be making this pattern, any of the views that's included, you are going to need fusible interfacing. Now I'm going to tell you that I did not use interfacing, and it still has a great weight to it. So just leave it out if you want to. In this video, we're going to do it without the fusible interfacing. So don't worry about buying extra stuff like that. Now it says it's designed for medium to moderate stretch knits, and the fabrics that are suggested are sweater knits, novelty knits, and interlock. I'm going to suggest you start off with a double knit or something with a little bit heavier weight and not just like a really thin jersey that stretches. So let's get into the fabric now so you can see what I'll be using to create this cardigan.